What is up, internet? It's your boy Tenku, and today we're gonna be talking about a new anime this season. The new anime season has started. It's been about 2 weeks ish, and so I try to give it a little buffer so I can at least get 2 episodes in before I do a review of my initial thoughts. And I'm pretty excited about this one. It's pretty good. So with all that said, let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, don't forget to sub to the channel, watch those videos, like those videos, and of course keep hitting me up on the Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And with all that said, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about another webtoon that gets an anime adaptation, and that is The God of High School. So the Tower of God is really good. In fact, I'm probably going to go back and start reading the Tower of God. And so I figured I'd give the God of High School a shot. I knew nothing about it going in. I have a friend from back in the day who I used to work with actually reads a lot of the webtoons, the God of High School, Solo Leveling, Tower of God, and there's a few others that he's mentioned to me because he's really into it. And so when this came up, I was like, hey, let's go ahead and see what it's about. And so basically, it revolves around three main characters. There's Jin Mori, who is from Korea, which makes sense since I believe this is a Korean webtoon. There's Han Di-wee, who is a martial artist from South Korea, and Yu Mi-ra, who's a swordsman kind of chick, who's probably my favorite character, who's probably running for best waifu of the season, to be honest with you, because some of the things that she does is pretty hilarious, and she's pretty awesome in her own right. So basically, what it comes down to is Jin, Han, and Yu are all competing in this tournament called the God of High School. Now, most animes, they come in and give you a season to develop the characters and get you to like them, and then they'll do a tournament arc. But this one is like, screw that. We're going to go ahead and toss them right into a tournament arc right from the beginning. So the anime starts on the first day of the tournament, which is pretty awesome if I don't say so myself, because I'm a fan of like fighting animes if they're done correctly, and this one is pretty much done correctly. So it's pretty hilarious because you get to know our characters in the very first episode, and the way they do it is hilarious. The first episode I watched, Jin wakes up late and he's trying to rush to the stadium because he's actually got into the tournament. This is a prestigious tournament, not just anybody can get in. You have to be invited, and to be invited is a big deal. And on the way there is when he runs into Han and Yu, and they kind of have to force work together to help out with the situation that happens. But it's just hilarious. Like, the comedy beats are on point in the first episode. I was laughing about 80% of the episode, which is really good when you think about it. Like, if an anime could pull you in and get you laughing right, especially if it's a serious fighting anime, right from the get-go, you deserve to give it a shot. And so they meet each other, they go, the tournament starts, and it's very obvious who is a decent person, who's a good person, who's a bad person. You know, they do a lot of that stuff. And there's a side story going along because this tournament's put on by the government. And, you know, the government's pretty mysterious because they got these OP characters, and that's Jin motivation. He just wants to fight these OP characters. You get a glimpse of what Han's motivation is, and I want to know more about Han because he's like very stoic, very, you know, straightforward. You know, he just wants to work his job and earn his money, and his whole goal is to earn money in the tournament. But there's a whole reason for that, and they give you like a tiny little glimpse, and it's just enough to make you want more, to want to know more about him. And of course, you get to know Yu and her reasoning for being in it, and it's very intriguing, and that's what's important. It's funny, it got good fights, and it's intriguing. You want to know more about these characters, and that's really the solid basis for any great story or anime. Now, I'm excited. I'm going to continue watching it, but there's only one thing that threatens me from stop watching this thing, and it's more of a personal thing. Some people might think I'm crazy for doing this and or saying this, and here's what it is. Crunchyroll, what are you thinking? You were on a roll, Inspector, Tower of God. You were doing good. I was actually starting to respect you as a company a little bit. You know, you're one of the only games in town for people to watch anime. People pay you so we can watch anime on your site and all that stuff. And you gotta do stupid crap like this. Now, what am I talking about? In the anime, It's tournaments based, and they got announcers and things like that, and you'll see plastered everywhere Crunchyroll and Webtoon. On the ring that they're fighting in, you'll see Crunchyroll and Webtoon. And it's not there a ton, it's more like flashy, but it's still annoying. It's not in the manga, it has no place in the anime. We get it. You created it. It's a Crunchyroll original animation with Webtoon, like Tower of God. We get it. There's no need to do something so annoying and just unnecessary like that. Again, we get it. That makes no sense. Is Crunchyroll and Webtoon putting on the tournament? No? Then why are you plastered everywhere, and why are you all around the ring when they're fighting and stuff like that? Makes no sense. Did you get permission from the original creator to alter his content like that? I mean, I know some people are going to go, hey, it's not a big deal. It's just flashing on there. It's on there. No, it is a big deal because, it takes you out of it. When I'm sitting there watching this great fight and all of a sudden I see around the ring Webtoon and Crunchyroll, it just takes you out of it. I'm like, again, are they putting on the tournament? No, the government is. Okay, then why is that there? No sense. It just takes you out of the story because it doesn't belong there. It doesn't belong.
3 hours later.
Then keep it out of the anime, alright? This is one thing that most anime fans, I don't know about, I don't want to speak for everybody, but doesn't belong there. That's my one gripe about it. Is it enough to get me to stop watching that anime? No, because again, it's really quick, usually most of the time. It's noticeable, but it's usually pretty quick, they flash it for a second or two, and then it changes shots and goes away. But if they keep doing it, it's just going to irritate me more and more to the point to where I don't want to watch the anime because I don't want to see that stuff. It doesn't belong there. If it doesn't belong there, it doesn't belong there. Again, though, hopefully it gets toned down or they stop doing it, but we'll see what happens. With all that said, guys, tell me what you guys think. Do you think I'm crazy for griping about such a small detail like the Crunchyroll Webtoon being plastered all over the anime when I'm trying to watch anime? Or do you think it's not that big a deal, or do you agree with me? Do you think, hey, yeah, I get it. Tell me what you think about the anime. Do you think it's good? Is the Webtoon good? Do you not like it? Do you like it? Let me know what you guys think. In the comments down below, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, because I get a lot of interaction on Twitter. And with all that said, guys, remember, if you can't trust a random fat guy you met on the internet, then who can you trust? And everybody, have an awesome, awesome day.